Hello, I'm Jordan and you're not, and this is my review on Army of Frankensteins. Now, when I very first watched this movie, I was expecting to hate it, and I was just expecting to fast forward through the majority of it. But it turns out it was so bizarrely weird and funny and stupid and awesome that I actually kind of really enjoyed it. Like, I almost loved it, but not like all the way there. But yeah, I wouldn't mind watching it again someday. So yeah, this has like the Frankenstein mythology. It has time travel. It has the Civil War. It has Abraham Lincoln and cannonball machine gun hands. Yeah. All right. So yeah, the story is that this guy named Alan Jones, who's going to propose to his girlfriend, but we find out that maybe she's sleeping with her boss or something, but really she's not. He walked in at a weird time, and the characters, some of them have like weird mustaches. I have never seen a more faker mustache since the movie called Taint Light. Like, it just looks so, it's like Bruce Everidge quality. Okay, so yeah, Alan is, upset that he thinks his girlfriend is sleeping around with another guy. So he leaves this supermarket. That's where she works at, and he gets ambushed by these thugs, right? And then this kid comes in named Igor. Igor from the Frankenstein story. Which actually, I read the Frankenstein novel like a few months ago, and Igor is not in the book at all. I don't know where that came from. They just made it up for the movie, or they just kept it in there. That's like Barnabas being in the very beginning of Dark Shadows. It doesn't happen. Alright, so Igor and his Dr. Tanner, which is supposed to be like Dr. Frankenstein, it takes Alan's eyeball and inserts it into the Frankenstein monster that they're working on. And there's a lot of people that complain and say, Frankenstein is not the name of the monster, which is true, by the way. Frankenstein is the doctor, but when people think of the monster, they think of the name Frankenstein. But that doesn't bother me at all whatsoever. I mean, that's just, if you want to call the monster Frankenstein, that's cool. But I'm not one of those, it's the doctor's name is Frankenstein, not the monster. Get it right. I'm not like that at all. If you want to call the monster Frankenstein, be my guest. Go ahead. Doesn't bother me at all. So somehow, whenever they pull this switch, there's this time portal, whatever, that sends Alan, Dr. Tanner, Igor, and the monster back in time to the year 1865, the year of the American Civil War. So that's when they see there's, for some reason, there's like all these Frankenstein monster clones everywhere. They were just working on the one monster, and then all of a sudden there's like 10, 15, 20 of them. I don't know how that happened. Your guess is as good as mine. So yeah, Alan, he steps up and he says something so cheesy and badass. He's like, "We came back in time. We're gonna kill some Frankensteins," or something like that. I don't know. Then there was something I thought was so hilarious. I just laughed at. I forgot what it was now, but it was so funny and ridiculously cheesy that I loved the line. So Alan ends up meeting his great grandfather named Solomon, who marries, I think her name was Maggie. She was a black slave at the time, but no, she's freed now. So. And then one of the Frankenstein monsters that they're trying to kill, actually trying to stop, it and Maggie. I really hope that's her name. If it's not, I'm sorry. They get into this hot air balloon together, and he acts like he's going to attack her, but she tries to talk to him and tries to get him to go to their side, like the side of the. What's the other side that's like not the north? I guess the north and the south, like Confederates of the south side. All right, and then we have like the villain. His name is Robert E. Watton. It's not Robert E. Lee at all. They changed it. I don't know. They didn't have the rights to say General Lee, or yeah, maybe Dukes of Hazzard has the rights to that name. I don't know. So yeah, they get all the Frankenstein monsters to fight for the north side, which is actually, it's pretty cool. But the main villain, the Robert, it wasn't Robert E. Lee. It was let's just call him Robert, I guess. he was so, cheesy and over the top as the main villain that I thought he was funny. You can tell he was having a fun time playing this cheesy villainous role, and they somehow got this serum that kind of turns people into monsters, and he forces his lieutenant or captain to insert himself with it. He turns into a monster, so they get him, this man-made monster, to fight the original Frankenstein monster. Yeah. And then they get John Wilkes Booth. They're going to meet up with Abraham Lincoln. They're going to have John Wilkes Booth assassinate, President Lincoln at the play, whatever. So there's this big fight and battle scene, and then all the background scenes, they look really CGI, and you can tell most of the Frankenstein monsters, it's the same guy playing all these Frankenstein monsters. It's really, you can tell it's CGI too, kind of like in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the remake, where that Deep Roy plays all the Oompa Loompas, and you can tell it's the same person, and it looks CGI-ish. Yeah. And then Solomon gets this cannonball machine gun for a hand, kind of like Cherry Darling and Planet Terror, or Ving Rhames and Piranha 3DD, I think, or 3D. Yeah. So yeah, if you like really bizarre, crazy, so bad it's good kind of movies, check out Army of Frankensteins. I would give it a B. And I'm not trying to. Hopefully, I didn't spoil too much if you haven't seen it. But this movie is an acquired taste. I'll say that. If you like, the Frankenstein mythology, and time travel and the Civil War and just really cheesy, low budget quality and effects, then check it out. It's got some good gore scenes too with the Frankenstein monsters, killing people and everything. So yeah, check it out.